Wow, what a name for a title, right? But if I have to be completely honest in this video, it's true. And I will explain my reasons why. Starting in 2009, I wanted to do YouTube because at the time, seeing all these people have fun on the YouTube platform, I really wanted to join in. So I did. I made an account by the name of MattLOL909, and that's where my legacy began. To be honest, I have no clue where that account is right now, but it's probably deleted. I can't remember the reason why. However, after a while, taking some time to grow up and whatnot, I decided to create the account Remixer Blog Meredith 5. If you know, you know. This was a really popular account before, well, there's a section in this video where I like to begin to state my reasons on why I'm getting tired or burnt out from YouTube. Let's begin on the first reason. Pretty ironic, right? So, to explain this, I'll provide some history here. On October 9th, 2006, it was announced that YouTube would be purchased by Google for $1.65 billion in stock, which was completed in November 13th. At that time, it was Google's second largest acquisition. Nobody even thought of this as a bad thing at the time, but oh boy, that might have been the biggest mistake yet. In 2014, the most cursed, bland, boring, empty, pure, corporate, and greed embodied in a person became CEO of YouTube. The devil herself, Susan fucking Wojcicki. I despise this garbage person. If it wasn't for her, YouTube would have been wonderful to explore. At least I think. Ever since she became CEO, YouTube has constantly gone downhill. Then she retired and gave the CEO position to an NFT lover. That's great. This was happening at a time when I still have Remixer Blog Meredith 5. However, due to her being CEO and how bad things got on YouTube, Remixer Blog Meredith 5 got deleted. It was a devastation for me and the people who watched that channel. But I didn't want to give up hope that easily. So I made Remixer Blog Meredith 6. Originally named that until I decided to name it Remixer Blog Rebooted 5. On that channel, I reached a subscriber milestone that I never thought I'd reach. Until YouTube fucked it up again. One day, I got hacked by some sort of Russian email. And when I got back into the account, which by the way took a while because Google and YouTube were being very unhelpful, and I mean very unhelpful, I saw my monetization was taken away due to reused content. I appealed this several times and they rejected it because they believed I was reusing content when there was absolutely nothing on my channel that was re-uploaded or reused in a way where it broke guidelines. At this point, I almost gave up. But I didn't. So I made a Spark Remix account, which I don't use to this day, unfortunately. However, one day, my finger slipped and I deleted the account. There was a way to contact YouTube and Google about this, and I did. But you can guess what happened. No, never mind, let me see it. They were unhelpful. They said, if you deleted the account, it's gone. I couldn't take this anymore. But I didn't give up. Yet. But I was beginning to. And hence, the channel you're watching now, Variety Map Media, was born. I am re-uploading videos, or trying to till this day. Check Odyssey, by the way. So what does this have to do with the reason why I'm tired of YouTube? Well, YouTube has shown time and time again that they do not care for its creators. This mindset happened because the original YouTube team, who actually cared about their creators, got bought out by some mindless, greedy corporate douchebags who care nothing about the site, but rather the income it generates. This can apply to any company, but YouTube wasn't just some ordinary company. It was a site that allowed free speech and creative freedom. But all of that was taken away because someone thought it was a good idea to get bought out by some big company because money got into their head. YouTube is now here on the internet today, a shell of what it once was. Very unhelpful teams, bots, favoritism, and constant disrespect of creators who are trying to grow. Especially me, who was constantly trying to strive on this stupid garbage site over and over when my channel gets stomped by some stupid quote-unquote reason for my monetization taken away or community guidelines strike to be applied on the channel. I have survived. It shouldn't be a survival. And YouTube has not gotten better since. Especially when there's defamatory people roaming around on the platform to abuse it. Which brings me to my next point. As a human, it's completely normal to grow up, change, and look back on your mistakes and laugh at them or feel immense guilt on how stupid it was to do it and move on. When you're growing up, your brain is constantly developing, which is why you make mistakes, which is completely normal for every human being that's on this planet. However, there are some people on YouTube who don't see it that way. Back in Remixer Blog Rebooted 5, I have done some things that were really bad. And I mean, really bad. Death threats? You got it. Self-harm on stream? Yep. Angry outbursts, mental breakdowns on stream as well? Yes. Are there more stuff that you did that was very bad? Of course. Am I proud of it to this day? No, not at all. In fact, I look back at it and I cringe and honestly feel bad for the people who are involved. I wish I could go back in time to change that, but I can't. I feel immense guilt every time the thought pops into my head. However, like I said, some people on YouTube do not see it that way. They see it as how all those bad things I've done before define me as a person, and that itself proves I'm a horrible person who can't be trusted or believed with anything. Apparently, when I animate myself being the bad person in the videos, it's just part of the story I want to tell. It's not actually serious or implying anything, as in not actually doing anything. It's just a harmless animation that hurts nobody. But nope. Nope. These people consider that as quote-unquote real evidence and not fiction because they never even read a book or watch an animation because it's news to them. I can't even have my own fantasy world because that's wrong? What? I have shown time and time again that I have changed from the past. Answer me this. Do I do self-harm, death threats, breakdowns, and whatnot on streams to this day? Do I do other bad things constantly? Highlight word constantly. And most importantly, am I actually doing anything to you? At the end of the day, I cannot change what I have done, but what I can do is show that I am different now. And I did. But even then, they will still ignore that whole thing and continue. Because YouTube and Google refuse to implement systems that actually prevent serious defamatory videos and harassment. I want Google and YouTube to stop fucking around and implement those systems. And add serious legal consequences to those systems. I am tired of coming to YouTube and seeing that there's a bunch of people still using alts to pester me and not leaving me to do my YouTube peacefully. Especially my harasser I have constantly dealt with since 2020 and made my life a living hell because he refused to believe in change. He refused to believe anything I say and deflects constantly. I am going to be completely honest. Dealing with him and his goons or quote-unquote friends that I once had drama with come together and ruin things for me on a daily basis gets really tiring for me. It's seriously burning me out. It's tiring for me that I have to deal with a bunch of people who can't access common sense in their heads and move on with their lives. They're always busy making alts and quote-unquote being funny when they're not, because YouTube and Google can't help me with anything. So the fact that every waking moment I come back to YouTube, they're always running their mouths and doing things to ruin my peace on YouTube when I'm not doing anything at all to them, is really sacrificing my hope and energy for nothing. It makes me think, why do I deserve this? I originally came to YouTube to have fun, but all of that, it's getting sucked out of me by all of these factors. It's really, really draining for me. And I don't know how much hope I have left on this disaster called a platform. I don't know how much longer I am willing to tolerate this mess. I do not want to come back to a platform that makes me pull out my hair because of the same goddamn guy who never, ever lets go of my case, or to be completely destroyed by the fact that YouTube applied some false demonetization or false community guideline strike. I just can't anymore. It just feels like with these particular people or factors, they just simply want the worst for me for being such a dick in the past. Even I can say I was a dick, but not anymore. But it just feels like they don't believe me at all. What's the point of making content on this stupid platform if it's going to be really draining for me and it just outright feels like a chore? Because eventually, YouTube will mess up this channel somehow. I just know it. And even worse, I spend so much time on my content that you guys enjoy. I'm just losing the drive. And that's really bad. Because if I do, then my channel will be abandoned. Gone. And I won't come back. I'm sorry, everybody. For being a letdown. I'm sorry for existing. All I wanted to do was have fun with YouTube, but I can't anymore. It's not fun anymore. The platform and the people on it are too corrupted and toxic, including the team behind YouTube and Google. They're all corrupted. I can't deal with this. My mental health has degraded because of this. I can't. Goodbye. For now, probably. I don't know. I might or might not come back. I don't know. But I just can't deal with this much longer. And I'm losing hope right now. And generally, that's how I feel. I'm losing hope.